Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
My name is Adam Bergeron, and I am the owner-operator of the Balboa Theater. So about 13 plus years ago, my wife and I went to see a movie at the Balboa Theater in this auditorium that we're sitting in, and it was called Tower Heist. It's a terrible movie. There was only two of us and one other person in the theater. And when the movie was over, I looked back across the street at the Balboa, and I said to her, wouldn't it be cool to someday own a neat little theater like this? And she said, yeah, maybe someday when we're old. And I went home and did a little Google search that day. It was a Wednesday. And I found out that the person that owned the theater was selling it, and that on Saturday, that was what they were calling a town hall happening at the theater. So I sent an email to that person, Gary Meyer, incredible person. I showed up at the town hall, which again was in this auditorium that we're in right now, and all of a sudden everybody started saying, oh, you're Adam, and all from one email. And I thought, oh, this is crazy. And then 6 weeks later, I owned the theater, and I got the Vogue theater in the deal too. It was just like that. I've been in the entertainment industry my entire adult life, but in more the live music end of it. And I foolishly thought that movies and live music would have a real similarity to them, but they're very unique and different businesses. You know, as much as these old buildings are your biggest asset, they're also your biggest liability because they break all the time. You know, this theater is about to be 100 years old, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, back in the day, they built them pretty good. They built them to last 100 years, but here we are, 100 years, you know. Everything breaks all the time. There are people that love this theater. They love these little old theaters. Your neighborhood theater defines your neighborhood, and there's a core group of people that keep these alive. But there also have been passed by in modern society, and there's a whole, you know, multiple generations of people that really prefer the multiplex, and that's what a movie theater means to them. There's two communities here. There's the neighborhood, the actual physical neighborhood, people that this is their closest theater or close enough that they want to come here. And then there's the film community. You know, your programming has to be good for that crowd. You know, you have to see what the people in your neighborhood want, and if it's, you know, Disney movies or Marvel movies, then you show those. But you also are thinking about the larger kind of film community and who cares about an old theater and what do they want to see, you know? It's easy to think, oh, we're showing Casablanca and Citizen Kane and go that route. But really there's kind of a huge swath of movies that fall under the category of what you would show in a neighborhood movie theater. You have to kind of look your customer in the eye and say, what do you want, you know? So we do Godzilla Fest every year. We work with our friends at Bay Area Film Events, great people. Super fun. That's become a real tradition. So my favorite is TJ Storm, who was the Godzilla suit monster. He's like the suit actor, I should say. And it's funny because he does this little, like, you know, he kind of does the like rev up that Godzilla does when he's like stomping. We do a Hitchcock weekend every year. At the Vogue, we do the Mostly British Film Festival every year. At the 4-Star, we've now added a Ultra Fest and Ultraman Festival. We just had our first annual of that, but that'll come back around again. You know, and we add to those too. Then there's film festivals that come around, but those are the ones that we curate. There's a youth movement that loves cinema right now, that's eager to watch movies on actual film. and that really is getting a lot deeper. The dives are deeper than I remember our dives being when I was your age. And so I'm impressed. We can show deeper cuts than we were ever able to show, and people come and they already seem to have a familiarity with it, and they're just so much, I don't know, more in the know than I ever remember being. I mean, we showed Ugetsu not that long ago, and to a really large crowd. Like, so I just don't think in years past we would have gotten a large crowd for that.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're just at a kind of a zeitgeist moment for that stuff. At this point, we have been a for-profit company. We are now in the transition in the process of transitioning to become a nonprofit organization. We will become a nonprofit. I will start off as the executive director of that nonprofit, and then we will almost immediately begin searching for another executive director, and then I'll move on to just be a board member, and then slowly wean myself off of that, and that's our legacy.